Hi, my name's Dan Boyle, the Sales Support Specialist here at OPW. Today we're at the OPW Smithfield Manufacturing Plant to talk about best practices and installation for the Swivel Bolt-on Coupling. Some of the benefits in working with the NPT Fitting include the variations in size that we offer. We offer 3/4, 1 inch, 1.5 inch, and 2 inch. Also, because all of the wetted surfaces are made of stainless steel, this fitting is compatible with E85 and DEF. It's an NPT fitting, so it can be received by any off-the-shelf fitting in T's and elbows in a traditional sump setting. Because of the interstitial access port that's built into the SBC fitting, there's no need to trim back any jackets or install test boots. Because we're going to be doing this today at the OPW Smithfield facility, I'm not going to be wearing any of the PPE that you should be wearing on site. Be sure to check with your safety advisor and your local authority to make sure that you're wearing all the necessary PPE. All you'll need to install the OPW Swivel Bolt-on Coupling is the coupling itself, a torque wrench rated to handle 70 foot-pounds of torque, the product piping being laid in the field, and thread sealant rated to handle the type of gasoline that you'll be using. For the installation of the SBC to go as smooth as possible, the first step is to ensure that you have a clean, flat cut on your FlexWorks pipe. Once you're sure to have a good flat cut on your FlexWorks pipe, you can then insert the pipe in through the entry boot. Don't forget to put the RAF seal and grommet over the pipe prior to hooking it to the shear valve. Next, you'll want to loosen the riser pipe or shear valve depending on whether you're using a loop sump or a traditional sump. This will make it easier for you to install the swivel nut prior to finishing the SBC. When pushing FlexWorks onto the swivel nut, the pipe will only go as far as the pipe stop. The pipe stop can be found here. Do not push past this point. With the shear valve loosened, we've allowed ourselves room to easily screw in the swivel nut into our shear valve. As this is an NPT fitting, be sure that you're using UL approved thread sealant for the type of fuel that you will be using. Be sure that you're not using Teflon tape as a thread sealant, as it is not approved for fuel use. Be sure to position the clamp's interlock lip into the groove behind the barb fitting swivel nut. There's a recessed channel where this fits smoothly. Make sure that the clamp pads are clean and free of debris, and do not put any lubrication on the pads. Don't forget the lock washer on the bolts. Then, alternatively tighten each clamp bolt until the clamp segments meet. Be sure that you're alternating back and forth so as to keep the same distance between the two sides. Be sure that the clamp lip is working its way into the interlock. It is during this step that it is imperative that both of these bolts reach 70 foot-pounds of torque. Failure to reach 70 foot-pounds of torque on these bolts will very likely result in a leak. After 24 hours have passed, it's important to check both bolts to ensure both are still at 70 foot-pounds. After 24 hours, if both bolts are still at 70 foot-pounds of torque, then that is a correct installation. If after 24 hours they need to be retightened to 70 foot-pounds, and they do not need to be checked again. And that's it. Now you should be able to install an OPW Swivel Bolt-on Coupling without any issues. If you have additional questions, visit opwglobal.com. Thanks for watching.